It's the day after me swimming in the fog, and now the fog's come up here. So it's just consuming where I live, the fog today. I live about in that fog. Yeah, foggy day. Good morning, everyone. Visibility down here is fine, but yeah, up the top, very misty morning. Quite cool today. It's actually nice being a bit cooler. There's a nice breeze, and with the water in the air, it means it's nice and sort of refreshing at the same time. Still beautiful, still wonderful. It's Cornwall. Who can go wrong with this? Huh? Never really. Biggest blackberry ever. Oh my god, so good. Good morning. Good morning. Did you want to be in the shot too? I was just photoing the flowers, really. Good morning, everybody. It is a Wednesday morning. It is the 4th day of a 5-day stretch for me. The sun has just come out from behind a bit of grey, and I'm heading down to the beach for a swim before work. Got a delivery today, so it'll be nice to get nice and cool before we start the day proper. Another great night at D&D at the centre. There's group 1. Ken, Katie, Kieran, Beanie, Ali, Bibby, Laura and myself. They're beautiful, went really well. They stormed my dungeon very quickly, but I'm doing the old-fashioned thing of chipping away the health. Rather than one big monster, just chip, 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 chip. Iced coffee and a croissant for breakfast. And a very hopeful Toby dog. Not for you. Go on, grab it. Like this, on the end. You hold it, and film us. Right, there you go. Can you see yourself? Lift it up a bit. So today, we decided to go the field way. It was a little wet, so somebody and he got bit by a horsefly. Somebody is having a piggyback. On my ankle. Ankle. Good morning, everybody. Welcome to a school run. Just heading home through the miles of fields that we can choose to walk through if we want. There's meadow and seascape over there. It is a lovely day. I'm probably going to have to put a long sleeve on, at least something to cover my shoulders. So I'm going to be burnt like something that's burnt. Today is going to be hopefully quite a nice day. So I'm heading home now. Have some second breakfast, obviously, because every good hobbit needs a second breakfast. Then we are meeting Mr. Matt and going to my shop with some donations. And then I am meeting my brother. Matt's going home and hanging out with Bean. And we're all coming together as one, as a unit, and going for a picnic on a beach. The old man approves of the freshly mowed lawn. This is all the lovely terrain. It's graveyard terrain that Bean got me. Look at it, loads of it. So awesome. Good morning, everybody. So the beach day went fantastic. Very, very nice. Here are us going in the sea. Bring waves from deep, deep ocean. Then we all had food. Then we did the picnic thing. And then went home, chilled. Then I did a day of work on Saturday. And now it's our day off. These dudes are chilling. This dude's sort of chilling. The mum is abed. She has the beginning of her long journey today. She's due to go and see her cousin graduate. So she's off on the night bus tonight. And all her bags are packed. So it's just me being dad mode. And doing school runs and dinners and doggos and everything. On Monday I'm meeting one of my volunteers. On Tuesday I'm going to go to Roll the Dice HQ and give them the evidence for my DBS check for them. And I am also going to do a pickup of a model for Bean and some terrain that I've been given as part of my Roll the Dice my roll the dice, and that's going to come back to this end of the county. Yeah, it's good. It's quite well planned. The weather looks to be bad over the next couple of days, so mainly I'll be hiding at home, making models hopefully. It's a dreary day outside, so it's going to be a board game day. These are the ones on the table that we might play today. And I'll just read what we've written here. As I began my trek for supplies in my hope to find the others, I have been... let's start again. As I began my trek for supplies in my hope to find the others I have been split from, I looked to a precipitous sky and willed that the gods spare me from a downpour. For once, maybe, one heard my call and offered me a reprise from my past luck. The day was clear of rain, but the clouds hung pregnant, ready for an evening's deluge. I left an offering of seashells in a crescent facing south. Such is the way. I heard of a wise woman who lived in an abandoned windmill atop a steep hill. The trees of the forest had long surrounded and sundered the building, its foundations torn up by roots, walls all tumbled down. So with clouds low above my head, I began to walk. The sweat beaded on my brow and ran down my spine, soaking my linen shirt and making it cling to my skin. Why did I quest so on my own without the rest? Hubris? Selfishness? Or just stubborn? I think the first is born of the second and third. Eventually I reached the dwelling. I could feel the prickling of old magic in the air, that buzz in the fingers when swimming in the sea in winter, the smell of grass laden with dew,
and the mist in front of the eyes that exists in the space between wake and sleep. I called out for the crone, for that is how she had been described. At first there was no response. On a second call I startled a pair of nesting pigeons who flapped noisomely through the boughs, setting a rain of leaves tumbling about. Through the curtain of green and brown tumbling leaves strode a figure, tall, thin and powerful. This was no crone. This was a druid of high order, a face not beautiful or regal, but a face that knows nearly too much, lined and creased with laughter and sorrow, a brow wrinkled in study and confusion. They existed though the world moved past them, rather than they through the world and all its spaces. I spoke to her with a trembling, breathy gasp, the only thing I could manage in the presence of this being. I saw 1,000 lives in the darkness of her pupils, as her irises radiated the colour of the arcane. I told why I came, for the things that would reunite us, for the good of us all. But just a twitch of her head and a deeper crease in one cheek, she undid my words, unpicked my clever story I'd told myself all the way here. This is for them. This is selfless. They need it. No. This was my projection upon them, upon everyone. I do this for them. No, she told me, with nothing but a smile. You do this for you. You came seeking something that brings you happiness. However, it was with them that you were happy. The journey was the working out, the summing up, to find the answer that was in front of your face. The people you hold dear are the people you hold dear are all the things you will ever need. The unexpected consequence of the long, winding road is that it always leads you home.